I left you all hanging with an episode. So instead of our late HP show, we're going to have this one where we get to explore our lovely 5D life partners as we move through our new 12-month cycle. Okay, so clearing the past is something straightforward. As we discussed, it's you getting to work with those emotions, claiming your whole self, and then it is you also being able to bring forth functional adult relationships, and therefore those 5D life partnerships are actively, romantic or not, people who you get to be yourself with because you know how to be vulnerable and you want to be vulnerable. Unlike those who still need to go, for example, to people like Terry Real. When they go to Terry Real, he helps men, women, and theys to get it together and to get that inner child healed and to keep on working to bring the functional adult love language. In fact, I learned about adaptive child and functional adult. He doesn't use love language, but he is relational, something relational. So I have a course for training, and this is where it's an honor and always a pleasure to learn from these beautiful subject matter experts. And they're all between therapists, neuroscientists, neurobiologists, physicists. You know, I always confuse that one, but not the physics people, like physiology. So I'm not good with those words. Again, life partners. So let's get into it. As I was trying to do a couple episodes, I noticed around me I had some people that were actively screaming at each other. That's a couple. And it made me think of how much work we still have ahead of us as women, men, and theys in the polyamory and monoamory community particularly, and how it isn't by pointing a finger at anyone. That's the shame, blame, fault, and revenge game. So when you point, it's bad manners. Didn't anybody teach you, right? But also, it's not going to set the example. And what I mean by that is that people tend to come in with a Cusco attitude when they're pointing a finger. And that means you want to shame someone. And there are those who think shaming, in fact, even the therapists that I learned from, they will talk about societal shame, or that shame is our societal way of getting it together. I am a person who believes that you don't have to shame someone in an effort to educate and empower them. In fact, if you look at them with respect, and if you acknowledge their existence, they will, more likely than not, at the very least, hear you. While when you're pointing a finger at them, they will get immediately defensive. Now, this doesn't mean that that will support anyone to make steps towards their own healing. But point is that you will be able to be heard if you are speaking to a person, not down and not up. Because also you're a nervous system, and so am I. And so I'm going to pick it up, and you're going to pick it up. And so whenever we have any of those emotional fluctuations, it's something that we pick up because we wear our nervous system, thanks Stephen Porges, on our face. So your heart is on your face, not on your sleeve, but we can use both, okay? So when it comes to the 5D collective, they're all unconditionally loving. They're people who want to be this. They're people who want to do emotions. In fact, again, clearing the past means you witness, process the emotions, and therefore you're also letting go because you're learning to self-regulate. So you're moving into your prefrontal cortex. That means that you have a communication between the left and right mode, and that inner growth mindset that you have seen here on IHP. There's the main modules for free on the website, and then we have plenty of exercises, although the blog right now is taken down. There's a landing page, but I need to figure out how to get the content that was on there to you all, because we had inner growth topic of the day, 365 days of inner growth topics and inner growth exercises and inner growth word. We had a whole 3 years of 365, do the math. Okay, yes, I'm not going to think about that one right now because I'm a solopreneur, and that means that I need to figure out how to do all of this. And I have fun, but I need to organize because we also have our masterclass coming up, and I'm preparing content for that. And the books, so you know about that one, my regular community does. Okay, back to our life partners. Therefore, a life partner is someone, for one, that doesn't have to be a lover, okay? It can be a friend, and it is people. It involves people who are both safe haven, secure base, if you are consistently building genuine and depth together If, on the other hand, you've built that depth, you've built that rapport, you might be secure connections. So you touch base on beautiful events, one every now and then, okay? So you build a secure connection. And that's where, for that, it's pretty straightforward. We don't ditch people because they have different political views than us, because they have different religious views than us, because they're polyamory, monoamory. We don't stigmatize, okay? So you actively don't cast a stone or judge a book by its cover. You don't use this in and out group format, which is a 14-month-old, by the way, and it's our herd's 50,000 and 50 million plus years of doing this stuff. So the 14-month-old study, what it showed, this is Dr. Daniel Siegel who shared it with me, is that the baby, 14 months old, will want to play more with the teddy bear that likes the same cereal that the 14-month-old likes, while the teddy bear that likes the cereal that the baby does not like, that 14-month-old baby will less likely want to engage and play with that teddy bear. And if the baby does, they're more hostile towards the teddy bear. Now, I want to chime in with a thought that came to my brain as I heard it. I will want to be around people that enjoy the same topics and the same way of enjoying life that I do. It will bring me great pleasure inside my heart. I'll be like, yay, I get to hang out with those people. They're just like me. They expand and they love life and they love people and they have conversations. And that, no, they're not always just like me. Some of them don't like people, but they love conversations. They're smart, they're expanding, they're humorous, okay? They're funny. They're always doing something different. And then they have other moments when they're sharing their down moments, okay? So it's not only happy, but the down moments are not where they actively say, oh, life sucks, humans suck, you have to do this suffering thing, and they hone it in a way of, bringing basically what is doomsday Eeyore kind of thing, okay? It's one thing that you're sharing because that's what we do as a herd. That's how we self-regulate. It's together. So we will regulate to social engagement with our peers. That's why the 14-month-old is important. And so as I was saying, to me, life partner is going to match. I want them to be the teddy bear that likes my same cereal, but I won't want to treat, and in fact, I don't, from what I know. Then again, I'd like to use myself as an example. There's a human being who I consistently, for 3+ years at this point, have shown consistent, contingent communication. I have no interest in being a person that knows you at all. And there's a day, this man, drunk, doing whatever he has. I don't even want to go through the whole story again. It's not worth it. Long story short, though, this person addressed the fact that I don't salute them. And the entire night, they did this so that I could salute them. Then they got a hug from me. And then they ended with a statement of, we'll become friends because we frequent the same place. And I said, no, we won't. We frequent the same place. I will see you like we see each other consistently. We will not become friends. We will not be talking. We will not be seeing each other as nothing. And I said it very much probably like this. I didn't have a higher tone. I had a very straight face and I spoke an answer. And they said, you are creating barriers. And I said, no, I am giving you the way it's going to go. That person, they can have felt that me is hostile. Now, I'm not being hostile, but I am giving them a ventral vagal no. And they are a person who has porous boundaries. They don't know boundaries. They, in fact, are 50 years and older. The entire situation, it was actively I'm not even going to say inappropriate. It was, I don't disrespect people. They have money, they have a job, they have everything. They have everything. They had no other, that's emotion. So the point is that that's definitely not a 5D. They're not self-aware, accountable, regulating, and that's a passive-aggressive. It's low self-esteem. It's part of those who don't have healthy boundaries. But there's no reason to shame that person, because the next time I saw them, I acknowledged them with my eyes, and they're like, yeah, as if they had taught me something. So that was, again, passive-aggressive. And at the end of the day, if you look from the outside, anyone who doesn't know the story, they can make up any assumption they want. That's how it works, right? So here's the deal, 5D, we're the Jacobs. And so we're not scanning self and other. It's healthy self-worth. It's called up. It can go this way or that way.